This was Messi's last It was more than just a match. It was a grand finale, an era coming to an end. The build-up was tensed. The match lived up to the hype. And in the end, there were no goals, just like their last encounter at Camp Nou. But this time, it felt different. This time, there was a deep sense of melancholy hanging over the stadium. This was not just another match. This was a farewell. The history of this rivalry goes back decades. It's a tale of two powerhouses, Barcelona and Real Madrid, separated by just 60 miles, yet united by a common goal, the pursuit of footballing excellence. Their encounters have been nothing short of legendary, each match a new chapter in this epic saga. But today, we bid adieu to one of these chapters, to a player who has defined this rivalry like no other. Leo Messi. The tension was palpable as the players took to the field. The weight of history, the passion of the fans, it was all there in the air. Barcelona came out strong, their famous tiki-taka style of play on full display. Messi was at the heart of it all, orchestrating moves, creating chances. His every touch of the ball sending a ripple of excitement through the crowd. Real Madrid was no pushover. They defended well, attacked with precision. It was a clash of titans, a battle of wits and skills. And for a while, it seemed like neither side would give an inch. Then came the moments that had the crowd on the edge of their seats. Messi weaving through defenders, his eyes on the goal. The entire stadium held its breath. Could this be it? Would he score? But the Real Madrid goalkeeper made some stunning saves, keeping his team in the game. On the other side, Real Madrid launched a counterattack, their striker getting behind the defense, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. The drama was intense. The match remained goalless. As the clock ticked away, so did the seconds of Messi's illustrious career at Camp Nou. Each minute a reminder of the inevitable. His last The fans knew it, the players knew it, even the coaches knew it, but none of them seemed willing to let the moment sink in. They played on, giving their all to the match. In the closing stages, Messi was replaced by Ansu Fati, a young talent who has the potential to carry on Messi's legacy. As Messi left the field, he waved to the crowd. A simple gesture, yet it spoke volumes. It was a thank you, a goodbye. The crowd responded with a standing ovation, their chants echoing around the stadium. Messi, Messi, Messi! It was a melody of appreciation, a final chorus in honor of their beloved player. In the end, the match finished goalless, a stalemate that was fitting in a way, a draw between two evenly matched opponents. But for different reasons, it was a different kind of draw. It was Messi's last match, and somehow it didn't feel like a goodbye. Maybe it's because his journey, his story is etched into the very fabric of Camp Nou. Maybe it's because we know this isn't the end, just a new beginning. The era of Messi at Barcelona may be coming to a close, but his story, his legend, it's far from over. As for Real Madrid, they showed class and respect. In the 82nd minute, they stopped playing for a moment. The ball was placed near the center circle, a silent tribute to a player who has meant so much to this rivalry, to this sport. For a moment, there was no animosity, only admiration. It was a fitting tribute to a player who has raised the bar so high, both on and off the field. And then there were the fans. The atmosphere at Camp Nou was electric. The chants of Messi, Messi rising above the ditch. The red and blue flags waving in the air, a sea of Barcelona colors. It was a sea of emotion. The fans had come to say goodbye, to thank their hero for all the moments, for all the memories. And what a way to say goodbye. With the 12th man behind him, Messi gave it his all. Every sprint, every tackle, every pass was met with thunderous applause. The fans knew this might be the last time they'd see him play, and they wanted to cherish every second. But perhaps the most touching moment came at the end. As Messi walked off the field, the crowd rose to their feet. It was a standing ovation, a final salute, the chant reaching a crescendo. Messi, Messi, Messi. It was more than just a chant. It was a thank you, a goodbye. a promise to remember. The fans had come to terms with Messi's departure, but they weren't ready to let him go. And who could blame them? It's hard to imagine Camp Nou without Messi. It's hard to imagine El Clasico without their greatest player. But as they stood there chanting, waving their flags, they knew it wasn't the end. Messi might be leaving Barcelona, but he's still Leo Messi. He'll still play, still score, still inspire. The fans of Barcelona know this. The fans of Real Madrid know this. All the football fans around the world know this. This was Messi's last El Clasico, yes, but it was also a celebration of his career, a tribute to his talent, a recognition of his contributions to the beautiful game. The legacy of El Clasico will continue, but it will forever be intertwined with the name Messi. From now on, when the two teams meet, when the old rivals clash, there will be a void, an absence that will be felt by all. There will be no Messi magic to behold, no last-minute brilliance, no audacious free kicks. But perhaps that's okay. Perhaps it's time to let the new stars shine. After all, football is a game of cycles. New talents emerge, new rivalries are born, but the memories remain, and the memories of Messi at Barcelona are etched in gold. This was supposed to be a normal El Clasico, but it wasn't. Not just because of the players, the tactics, the history, but because of what it represented. A farewell, an era coming to an end. The question is, what next? What happens to Barcelona without Messi? What happens to El Clasico without their greatest player? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the legend of Messi at Barcelona, at Camp Nou, at El Clasico, it will live on. As for this match, it was a fitting end, a goalless draw, a stalemate, a battle of equals. It was a match worthy of the occasion, a match worthy of the players, a match worthy of the fans. The final whistle blew. The crowd roared. It was a cacophony of emotions, disbelief, sadness, acceptance, respect. It was a mixture of everything, just like the career of Messi, a roller coaster ride of emotions. And as the players walked off the field, they knew they had just played their part in history. They had just been a part of Messi's last El Clasico. It was a unique experience, a once-in-a-lifetime event. The players exchanged jerseys. They shook hands. There was no animosity, only respect. They had all played their hearts out, and there was nothing more they could do. The sun began its slow descent, casting long shadows over the Camp Nou. The stadium slowly emptied, the cheers fading into murmurs, the chants echoing into silence. But the memories remained, burned into the minds of all who witnessed it. They had seen greatness one last time. They had watched Messi play his final It was a sad ending, but it was also a celebration of a career, a life dedicated to the beautiful game. The world of football had changed, and it wouldn't be the same without Messi, but change is the only constant in life, and perhaps this change was for the best. Messi deserved a new chapter, a new challenge, and who knows where this journey will take him. But wherever he goes, whatever he does, he'll always be remembered for his time at Barcelona, for his battles against Real Madrid at El Clasico. So here's to the king, the magician, the legend, Leo Messi. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the goals, the assists, the trophies. Thank you for making us believe that one person can make a difference. Thank you for making us believe in magic. You may be leaving Barcelona, but your story is far from over. The next chapter is waiting, and we can't wait to read it. But for now, we'll cherish the memories, the moments that made us fall in love with football, and we'll keep chanting, Messi, 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 because in the echoes of this chant, there's a promise to remember, a promise to never forget.